Bigrat310 back again. Hey, well, I was writing a review for Mitsuharu Misawa X9's website. I never had time to watch Sho vs. Kobashi. I went to bed at like 3:30 and I woke up an hour ago. And before I watch it, I wanted to just clear out all my videos on YouTube because I know the whole thing with Killer King and RKO Kid. Haven't seen their videos yet. But BestYTChannel basically sent me 6 questions. Very good questions, but that's why you're one of my favorite subscribers on here. You give me the best questions. And he said, I gotta leave somewhere soon, and one of his questions pertains to today, so I kind of have to do the Q&A right now. Before I do though, Matt Beast, 14, 19, he makes very good DVD reviews. He never got his fair share in my Submania because I was in a rush, if you can tell. So when it was his turn, I kind of just said, here, check him out. Seriously, he's really good. I like all his videos. I like all his DVD reviews. He makes DVD reviews, you know, stuff that I haven't seen. Like, I don't have, as you guys know, I have a huge fucking wrestling collection. Like, a really fucking huge one. And if you message me, I will tell you the number. But, and even with that, I told you, I Netflix DVDs. But since I've been Netflixing ROH, I don't get to Netflix the recently DVDs that came out. So he did a review of Kane, the Kane DVD, which I have yet to see. And I thought his review was very good. So here's this link to the side. Also, the Craig Effect. He also never got his fair share. I remember I told you about a thing that he did about TNA crossing the line, the meaning of it. The video got taken down, and he basically redid it. So if you subscribe to him now, you can see the new vid. He's very, very sarcastic in his vids. I love that. And he knows a shitload about wrestling. He's really, really good. Check him out. Links to the side. He usually makes videos on topics that are not dead. Topics that have been watered down by the YouTube community, by the IWC. Like, I told you, he made a video on Brutus Magnus. Who makes a video on Brutus Magnus? He made a video on the meaning of TNA Cross the Line. Very cool, very new videos. Links to the side. Alright, and also, if you haven't been to Mitsuharu Misawa's X9's website, I'm going to put that link to the side. We could really use a couple more writers. Message me if you want to write reviews. Hey, Matt Beast, you can write your own DVD reviews for the website. We will review random stuff. Well, not random stuff. We will review pay-per-views. We will review everything. And for me, if I can't make a video, which I'm actually thinking of doing, I'm starting to think maybe I don't make every pay-per-view review, and I just write a review on the website, and you guys can read it there. That way we can get more hits on the site. Okay, now let's go to the Q&A. BestYTChannel, thank you for these awesome, awesome questions. I really appreciate it. Okay, first one. I heard a rumor that Triple H's The Game gimmick was supposed to be intended for Owen Hart. Do you think this gimmick would have helped finally propel Owen Hart to the main event? And do you think he would have been as successful as Triple H has been with that gimmick? Okay. First of all, it was a rumor. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Second of all, I believe Owen Hart was kind of in the main event already. In 1994, he was in the main event, in a way. So I believe he's one of those guys like a Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit was in the main event, and then Chris Benoit dropped down to the mid-card several times, like he did with Orlando Jordan in 2005. But you always kind of knew that guy's a main eventer. You always knew in your mind that guy's a main eventer. Especially since Owen Hart had feuded with Austin, that kind of made everyone knew, yeah, he's a main eventer. He was, to me, I always viewed him as that guy who always would drop down to the mid-card, but I always knew he was a main eventer. It's just the way it was, because he had been to the main event. I think that the game gimmick might have given him the championship, if that's what I'm trying to say. It probably would have given him a world title. Do I think he would have been as successful as Triple H had? I think he could have been maybe even a little bit more successful. Sadly, maybe this game gimmick obviously doesn't constitute him wearing well, Triple H was Triple H the Game when Owen Hart had the fall? I don't think he was. Unless the game gimmick was supposed to be intended to give it to him before, I think it would have prevented him from taking the fall. May he rest in peace. Yes, I do think he would have won a world title with that gimmick. And would he have been as successful as Triple H? Maybe not, because Triple H had Stephanie McMahon. I believe they were going to still have that gimmick, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. And that's what made that gimmick really successful. That he had Stephanie McMahon on his side. and that made the gimmick much more powerful. Owen Hart didn't have Stephanie McMahon. Unless you wanted to bring on his wife on television, who I've heard is a bitch. No offense, no offense, no offense. What is your problem with RVD Title for life? Why do you have to insult them and make a video response to every video they make? I don't hate them. They're just one of those guys. I made my last video about it, and I promise not to make another one about it again. About RVD Title for life or PS Power, unless like it's something like a topic that I want to talk about, or something that you guys haven't heard my side on yet. But I just feel those RVD Title for life is some of the guys that say that TNA is better, and they don't really give a reason. I mean, they said that WrestleMania sucked, but they didn't really give me a reason why it sucked. They just said the main event was bad. That's, so some of you guys can say, oh, but Big Rat, that's a reason. Not to me, because they liked all the other matches. And if you average up, I guarantee if they gave ratings and you averaged it up, it would have come out to a positive end. And already to the last video, come on, an apology to TNA, where he literally gave no reason, no fucking reason why TNA deserved the apology. What? That they were doing better TV? That one Impact that they had with Daniels? And the few before, which I hated? And Lockdown, which you all know I didn't like, which he said was a stacked card, which it definitely wasn't. So I just think they don't give reasons. They worked for TNA. Let's just say it. We all are thinking they worked for TNA, and obviously they're going to like it better. I'm sorry. I can't. But you know what? Maybe I was a little too harsh on them, and I told you, I will stop making videos on them. At least if you haven't heard my side. If Benoit hadn't have died, how do you think the WWE would have used him? He was scheduled to win. He was scheduled SP, I don't know what that means, to win the ECW title, but do you think he would have done more than that and maybe won another world title? Guaranteed, I told you, Benoit's one of those guys who, world title, dropped down to the mid-card, but you kind of always knew he was a world title contender. Won another world title? Maybe not for a little while, but yeah, I think he could have. It's a shame because the person who won the ECW title was John Morrison, and they did nothing with him after he won the ECW title. And it's a damn shame. CM Punk kind of helped him a little. I definitely think they could have done an ECW. I also think that if Benoit, to me, what killed the ECW title was when John Morrison won it, no offense. That's when everyone knew, like, okay, they're not taking this title seriously anymore. If Benoit had that title, yes, I believe that title would have had a shitload more prestige. It would still be included in WrestleMania when you have to pick which world champion you're going to face. Now, it's just not. They already made Chavo Guerrero champion, which is really just knife in the heart for me. I couldn't take it anymore after Chavo won the title. Anyways, I do think he could have won a world title easily. What do you expect of Ricky Steamboat tonight? Do you think WWE will give it enough time to beat Steamboat? Yes, they gave the WrestleMania match a lot more time than I thought they would. I expect him to deliver a good performance. He will do better one-on-one, in my opinion. I know we've only seen him in tag matches and handicap matches. In both matches, he had a very impressive showing. I think he's going to do good here, especially with Jericho. Jericho can wrestle Great Khali and have a 3-star match. It's true. Do you think Christopher Daniels, fuck you TNA for calling him just Daniels, will ever win the world title? Honestly, I think he'll be one of those guys who will move to WWE because he feels he's not getting a shot. I believe he'll be that guy that TNA just doesn't fucking give him a chance. Boom, off to WWE. Kind of like what Christian did in reverse roles. And kind of like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit in WCW. I know Chris Benoit won the world title in WCW. No, he was planning on leaving way before. Jericho, best example. I think Daniel Sally's going to be like Chris Jericho, where TNA just never gives him that title. They might give him the world title. I don't know, man. I thought he should have won the world title by now already, man. It's a damn fucking shame. And they're already calling him Daniels. They're already, like, hurting his character little by little. Sadly, I think he's going to be that guy that goes to the WWE because he feels he never gets his chance. And maybe in the WWE he doesn't get a chance. Maybe in the WWE he doesn't win a world title. But you never know. Maybe he might. I just don't fucking know. TNA, you better. I hope TNA gives him the world title. I'm praying here. Do you think Triple H will win more titles than Ric Flair? What is your opinion on this? I do think he'll win, sadly. And I think it's fucking bullshit. Triple H is. I'm starting to believe Triple H truly is the power hog. I mean, I kind of suspected it towards the end of. In April 2008 when he won the world title. But I'm like, nah, shut up, man. You're going crazy. They're all bullshitting you. And then as the days have progressed, I hate him a little more and more. And that WrestleMania main event is just really fucking pissing me off. I do think he just wants to win more titles than Ric Flair. And it's a damn fucking shame. Really, The only person who has that power, I think, should be John Cena, because you can tell John Cena is the WWE's guy, just like Ric Flair was WCW's guy. I know, maybe not. Hulk Hogan was the guy, but like, in NWA, Ric Flair was the guy. And like you kind of knew he's the guy who has to win all the world titles. Everyone knows that John Cena should be the guy, or at least Edge. No one, I think it's fucking bullshit. Triple H, that's not those. Ric Flair is the true greatest wrestler of all time. You will never be on his level, ever. You will never, ever, ever be on his level. He's a better wrestler than you. I think it's bullshit that Triple H is winning all these titles. I think he wants to win more than Ric Flair. I think that's his goal, to beat Ric Flair. Like how WCW, their goal, Eric Bischoff, was to beat Vince McMahon, not actually focus on the real wrestling, which pisses me off. Great questions, man. And I'm Bigrat310, and I'm out. Peace.